Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation. Arctic Air, when you need us, we'll be there.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather today.
Hey folks, hope you had a lovely week so far. We have finally made it to Friday, and the story is going to be the fact that it's so wet out there and so much below average, right? We're definitely cooler than where we should be for this time of year, due in large part to the fact that we got that plentiful rainfall in store. Weekend looking kind of wet, to be honest with you. That's kind of the pattern we're keeping up with over the next several days. Let me start with the futurecast and see what I'm talking about. Already some isolated shower activity ongoing through the morning, and that only ramps up through the afternoon. Notice that thunderstorm activity bubbling up as we head through peak heating today. Some of those could be on the heavier side. Of course, we've seen that over the last several days play out. Winds generally out of the north and east, but they're kind of variable and not all that intense. I think mainly the story will be the fact that those pop-up thunderstorms stick around for today, and the temperatures really don't get much higher than, I would say maybe about the mid-80s, right? Through tonight, we're going to be back down to the 60s and 70s. And check out the highs. You just don't see much more than 86 or 87 except in isolated cases across the area, and that's in southern Middle Tennessee. Hop across the state line where the rain chances are a little higher, you really don't get out of the lower to mid-80s, to be honest with you. So those temperatures are definitely responding to the rain chances, and in the long term, that's true as well. So let's take a look at, first of all, the temperature outlook. Notice the temperatures well below average as we head into this last week of July, and the rainfall chances actually pretty decently above average. So these two things overlapping, it's not a coincidence, right? Long term, we're staying wet, we're staying relatively cool for this time of year. I'll discuss that more in just a second, but let's take a look at an hour-by-hour forecast. Build your day, courtesy Parks Lumber Company, and you can see what I'm talking about there. Those rain chances really elevating in the evening hours, especially in North Alabama. And again, you're really just not going to break about 85 or 86 today, to be quite honest with you. There, you might be able to get a little higher if you manage to avoid that rainfall, but most of us, no. And I think that's a story here for the next 7 days. All in all, I think we're all going to see rain by the time this pattern leaves, right? The rain chances are just so high over the next 7 days that it'd be amazing if all of us didn't at one point or another see some rain, right? Notice those temperatures not breaking about 87 on average, right? So really a nice break from this excessive heat, this really high-end drought-type weather where it's hot and dry. This, I much prefer, to be quite honest with you there. So, of course, Kelly and Fred will be back with you later today, and I'll be with you all weekend to see how the forecast evolves. Fresh from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center.